I like to have them a little bit longer. So what I do first is I take off the old set, and I did that yesterday, so I'm not going to show that to you, but I take off the old set. That's its own process. It's not really easy or quick, but I do that, and then that's where we are now, to the bare nail. So what I do first is I take, this is like, it's called like a cuticle pusher, and I use this to push back my cuticle. And this is great because the farther you push that back, you can paint closer to the cuticle, and basically it lasts longer in the sense of, like, as your nails grow out, they won't look as grown out as fast if you push the cuticle back. Does that make sense? So yeah, you push the cuticle back. If you have any, like, kind of, I don't even know what you call it, but the skin that kind of like grows up, you can kind of push that away or scrape it off like that. So I will do that. Of course, also I will file my nails down to the right length, which, because, you know, if I have my gel on for like 2.5 weeks is kind of an average for me, they'll grow quite a bit, so I file it down. So I already did that with this one, but I'll file it down to the correct length, and I have like an almond shape, I guess. Well, no, it's more of like a round. I don't know, but I've done, like, at other points, I've done the coffin shape, kind of like that shape, and I don't really go for the square shape, just the square myself. I don't do that. So I pretty much have only done coffin or this round one. I don't really like the claw ones. Those just look a little evil to me, but no disrespect to anybody who does those. So anyway, then what I will do after I push the cuticle back, and this is optional, it definitely is not going to make your natural nails look great, but of course I'm always wearing gel, so I don't really care what my natural nails look like. I will take a more heavy duty grit file. This one's like 80 grit. It's basically like a chunkier one, and I will actually file around the perimeter of the nail a little bit just to rough it up. So I'll try and do this on camera, but basically I'll just kind of like file especially around the cuticle end, because when you paint your nails with gel, after some time the edges can start to kind of lift up. The gel that I use is great, so like I never have issues with like serious pieces of my nails chipping off or like a whole nail popping off or anything like that, but sometimes the edges, especially around here, will just bubble up, and I don't really like the look. So I found that if I just file a little bit around the edge of the nail as well as the tip of the nail, it kind of helps the gel stay on everywhere. Obviously it looks ugly, like if I were keeping my nails natural I would never do that because there's no reason and it looks ugly, but it's going to help the gel stay. Okay, last step, this is also optional, but it really does help, is to just, you could wash your hands with soap and water, of course, but then you have to let them completely dry. What I do is this is an alcohol wipe. If you don't have alcohol wipes, because like, who really does? I only have these for like some random reason, but normally I just have alcohol, so you could take a little alcohol, put it on a tissue or something, and just clean the nail off, and the alcohol dries pretty much instantaneously, so your nail is not left wet. Make sure there's no fuzzies on the nail, so it's completely clean. The alcohol wipe, or if you washed with soap and water, that cleans off oil. So oil is another thing that will prevent is supposed to be like an adherent, so it sticks really well, and it's going to hold all of the other layers of color and top coat that you do. Okay, in terms of brands, I have bought a bunch of different brands of gel polish over the years, and honestly, most of them are really great. Like, I have rarely bought a gel polish, and I'm like, wow, this is crap. It doesn't stick, or it doesn't stay. Some are better than others, but I honestly don't have any particular brands to recommend or that I like exclusively use. But all of the ones that I use are very affordable, no more than like often a couple bucks for a bottle tops. But a lot of these I got in a set of like 20 with like base coat, top coat, and a bunch of colors. So like super cheap. Anyway, this one is just called AB Gel. I've gotten most of my gel polishes on either Amazon or like Temu.com or things like that. This one's getting super low, as you can see. Like, there's hardly any. Okay, that's a little bit better. But anyway, I'm just going to paint, and I'm gonna have to face it my way because I cannot see if I face it to you, but I'm just going to paint a base coat on. It does not have to be thick, but basically I'm just covering the nail. And like I said, this will be that tacky layer that holds everything. Gosh, I do not have good lighting here, but it's painted, as you can see. And then I put the lid on, and I'm going to cure my nail for, I think all of these polishes say like, they say 30 to 60 seconds. So I usually just put it in for around 60 seconds. So I'm gonna put this back down, just let it cure. My gel lamp has like a timer on it, so I can tell how long it's been in. But yeah, so we'll just wait while that's happening. As you can see today, I chose to do like it's just like a petal pink, kind of translucent pink gel polish color. Pretty much I always wear translucent colors these days, like kind of semi-transparent nude type colors, like nude pink, nude tan, nude white, nude red, like kind of a translucent red. Sometimes that's typically what I do. So today, this one is the brand Gaoi. I don't know how to say that, Koi, but it's that color. I put a little on the top too, because sometimes these don't actually Okay, so I'm gonna go in again for a second layer of color. So I'm just basically doing what I did last time, and this is making the nail a little bit more opaque, giving it more color and thickness. Okay, so that is what the second coat looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Yeah, I really do think I would love to do a video showing you some photos of my past nails. If I remember, I'll try to remember to stick a picture in here right now of like a fun design, just as like a little sneak peek. 'Cause yeah, I think I've done some really fun nails, and they honestly, like, not to brag too much, but like they look kind of professional quality. I think so. Yeah, they'd be fun to like show some photos and like talk about and tap. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm like already hungry again. I just ate lunch not even 2 hours ago, and I feel like I'm already hungry again. Pregnancy has thrown everything off. I just feel like I'm hungry often, but then if I eat too much, then I am like super full, and it's just like very weird. Okay, so that cured, and I'm sure you can see the difference. This one has 3 coats, this one has just 2, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with the last coat. And this is going to finish up the color. It will match the other nails because they all have 3 coats. And then we will finish up with a top coat. This is definitely harder to do in this position. Like normally I have my hand flat on the desk, but luckily this color is forgiving, because even if I got it on my skin, you like couldn't really tell that much. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. I was actually thinking this was going to be a different color. Like, I like it, but I was planning on doing basically like a slightly darker hue of this, almost more, it's like a pink red, and I loved it, and I only painted my nails like that once. It's actually in a lot of my videos back, I don't know, probably like 8 months ago or something. There's a video on my channel that's like a welcome video if you go to my homepage, and my nails in that one are like this, but a little bit more of a red hue, like a translucent red. That's what I thought this one was, but I think I chose the wrong shade. I obviously chose the wrong shade because this is more of a pink, and I do like it, but I'm gonna try to do that. I hope I still have that color, because I gave a bunch of my gel polishes to a girlfriend, so I hope I still have that shade, but maybe if I don't, she does. I need to find that shade because I really liked it. Okay, so as you can see, that is finished. It's got all 3 coats. So last step is the top coat. This one is by the brand Amelie, don't know how to say that, but this is one you can find on Amazon. And so it's a top coat. Just so you know, you can buy matte top coats. So have you ever seen like matte nails? You can buy a matte top coat, same price, super cheap. I don't really tend to like the matte look as much, so we're just gonna go ahead and paint top coat. I don't really tend to love the matte look as much these days. I definitely did it more in the past, but for myself, I don't tend to love the matte look as much. I think just because it winds up looking a little less natural, maybe. But in the past, when I was doing more crazy things with my nails, I liked to do that matte look sometimes. Yeah, typically, for my nails, I'm going for a pretty, like, natural look. I mean, not always necessarily the most natural. Like, if I do a red nail, obviously that doesn't look at least the red still looks like, you know, pretty basic. I guess I used to do a lot more interesting fun colors, shimmer, and just other things, which is super fun. But the problem with those is they don't really match like most of your outfits. Which I'm not saying your nails need to match your outfits, but a nail like this kind of goes with pretty much any look. So that's part of the reason that I do it. Also, with my profession, I could totally have crazy nails. Like, nobody's gonna stop me. But I don't. In my profession, I try to not draw too much attention to myself with like how I dress or my nails or anything like that. So that's another reason. Third reason is the nails that I used to do for myself in the past that were crazy and fun. They took a really long time. It was a lot of work. It was totally fun and worth it, but they took like twice as long as these. So I'm really not gonna have time for that as a new parent, especially. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to do my nails often. It's probably gonna be a sort of situation where I'm able to still do my nails, but it'll be like every 4 weeks or something. Like, they'll get really grown out. That's what I'm thinking. So, okay, that is cured. So that is the final product, the final nail, and it's totally hard. So you can just touch it right away. That's what I love about gel. I mean, yeah, there's so many things about normal nail polish that are frustrating, but one of them is that they're like, oh, it dries in, it's like dries in 2 minutes. It's like, no, it doesn't. A lot of times it feels like it takes forever for it to fully dry. So you're like, I can't do anything with my hands for an hour, and then it chips